Now I'm about to go live on YouTube on Wall Street size at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stream is up. All right, guys, this is Wall Street sizing up. I know the you're looking for stocks to watch. This is basically the stocks that we're researching for tonight. We'll have alerts. We're sponsored by StockTrade.tips. StockTrade.tips is the website. It's also our Telegram group. Good discussion in there today. Elon and Jack and Kathy kind of went at it today, but they kind of didn't. So we'll be talking about Elon's comments, what he holds in crypto. We're also going to talk about what tool I'm using to look at the option flow of the big whales and where the big money's flowing. You guys already know that I use 13G and 13D SEC filings to look at the alerts on StockTrade.tips that have done very, very well. Sometimes they, they'll go down 5% and I'll drop them, and like the next day they'll pump, and my guys love that. So, and then we'll talk about the trending tickers. So let's get to it. I'm gonna try to keep this under 10 minutes, which is gonna be tough. Yeah, if you didn't know, we do Power Hour, right? It should be called YOLO Hour, because what we do is we basically just say, look, give us ticker, just tell us that it's a rocket. We're just looking for stocks that are rocket at the last hour of trading, which gets wild. It's just as wild as the first hour of trading. It always is, right? And today was no different. What it should be called is YOLO Hour, because there's a chance you're going to lose some money, but I typically trade 5 to 10 in each stock that comes up. They're just momentum plays. I don't know if I've lost money. Well, actually, I think a day or two I have lost money. We've been doing this for about 3 weeks. But if you just want to play, the dopamine rush is phenomenal, right? Literally just play one share or half a share of each stock that pops up, man. It's a lot of fun. So, all right, let's get to it, and we'll come back to that. You saw what was on the screen today. It was a mixed day. Well, I wouldn't say it was mixed. NASDAQ was mostly up and Dow was too. It's like Monday never even happened. So, all right. So let's go to what we're looking at as far as stocks go. That's why you're here. All right, a couple of things. So AHT, Ashford Hospitality Trust, right? I believe I think it's some sort of REIT configuration in the hospitality sector. There's some medical in there as well. This pumped today about, it doesn't say it here, but it pumped today, I want to say it was up 10%. So we still like that one. That's a very, very good stock. We also like DPW. It was traded. Now this guy always traded. His name is Alt Milton, who Alt Global Holdings is named after. Chairman of the board. He's always buying. He buys once a month, but this month he's bought 3 different times. He bought on July 20th. We still like DPW a lot. I also like MTEM. I need to research this more. It was traded on July 19th by Biotech Target Fund. Took a 3% larger position, $1.7 million. So we like them as well. As far as that goes, let me see if there's any new ones that have come through. Sight Sciences has come through. That would be one that I would look at for sure. Although it's an option. So this D over here, if you can see it, that means that that's an option for D1 Capital. So they must have got in early on that one. RPID is the same way, and then this is just a fund. So, all right. So that. And then let's look at what the hedge funds are trading. A couple have just come in. Look at them in just a second. A couple that I would look at tonight. I do like the MAPS, which came in this morning. It may have run its course, though, so check on that. Texas Roadhouse was sized up by Melvin Capital. You might remember them. They were the ones who was in the big Robinhood debacle with the GME. From what I actually read an article on them yesterday. They've lost $3 billion. I don't know if they survive. And why they're in Texas Roadhouse, I don't know. It seems like a good recovery stock. They added literally 1.5 million more shares. I believe that was like 3 days ago. Also like, was it MMX? Yeah, I liked MMX as well. It's Mavericks Metals. You might look at IMV. Our buddy who was also involved in the Robinhood bullshit too was 0.72. Our Steve Cohen, he sized up on POSH a couple days ago. It has got a bit of a pump. I still think that he's in the trade. He has 800, almost 900,000 shares that he bought in. And then these last two have just come in. You'll have to, TBLT was sized up on, let's see what date that was, on the 11th. So they got the pump. And Intracoastal Capital is a very good hedge fund too. TBLT, I would bet they're out of this trade. Just knowing TBLT, I've got a guy on the StockTrade.tips Telegram channel that loves TBLT. I believe he's out of it now, but he made a ton of money. So I would look at POSH for 0.72. I don't dislike Steve Cohen. I dislike what he did, though. He also owns the Mets now. All right, so that's what the stocks that we're looking at tonight so far. Let me tell you something too. So on these SEC filings that are the personal filings of the C-level executives or the directors or 10% owners, a lot of them come in late at night. So I don't give alerts till like 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time, sometimes 9 p.m. Daylight Time. It just depends on if I got to pick up my son, if I want to play with him, whatever, right? That's the way I roll. All right, so let's talk about flow. Here is the tool that I use. The guys on the channel have been wanting to know this. It's unusualwhales.com. You can follow them on Twitter. I pay the $39 a month to look at the flow, okay? I'm not an expert at this shit. I'm not even an expert at options. I'll be real honest with you, right? I do play the options. I don't play them very well. But with this one, I've actually, I've played it 3 times. I'm making money with one now. One, I lost money because I should have taken profit. I got a little greedy. Let's just say that. So here's how we do it. So it looks like this is the live flow. Let me make sure this is live flow. Yeah, this is the live flow coming in. It's not really moving a lot after hours here, but what you can tell, so I can go to custom, right? And I can type in whatever I want, QQQ, right? So all the flow of QQQ will come in, right? Now I can go in and set the filter. Here's what I do for the week. Right now it's set to all, and all goes all the way to like the end of 2023. That's a little extreme. So I take off the all. I just do that week, right? Boom. It's got to have a lot of option. Now these are just the whales, right? So it's got to have a lot of option. I guess liquidity is what I'm looking for here. And you can see there's a lot. And so you can drill down. But really what I'm looking for as a newbie, and I shouldn't be, and I will get better at this, I'm looking at the call volume versus the put volume for tomorrow, right? Or for this week, well, for the next 2 days, really. So 448 to 593. This tells me it's very mixed. There's not, it could go either way. It might lean a little bit bearish in the next day or two on Thursday, but that's not always the case. Let me see if I can find one that, let me look on Swag. Let me look at the CME and see if that, well, that's not going to be a big one. ATOS came up yesterday. So look at ATOS real quick. So with the same filters for this week, boom. Here's all the options, 723 options right here. That's Friday. Look at the volume. The volume, can I make this bigger? See if I can zoom this in for you guys. All right. So if you can see right here, you can see the call volume on ATOS, on Atosa Therapeutics, is 54,000 versus the put volume of 5,000, right? This is way out of whack. That's a 10 to 1. So I would say that Atosa is probably headed back up before Friday. That's what I'm doing now. Now this site, you can't get on here. It is free, right? You can do a lot of shit on it. I'm not kidding. I cannot get around to all of it. Historical flow, I don't even know why you would want that. But you can get the live flow, you can get the dark flow, you can get specific tickers, you can get alerts. It's a little busy right now. Understand I'm still learning, but it can alert you on the desktop, it can alert you on your phone, whatever you want to do. It's even got gurus, but here's the thing: you got to learn all their emojis, right? And he's got this big old, he's got a Discord, and I'm sure it's freaking great and all that stuff. And a lot of people swear by this. So if you jump into my Telegram, I talk about flow a lot, especially at the end of the day. Today I didn't, but tonight I probably will. So that's pretty good. I'll talk more about this later on. All right, what did Elon say today? That's what we really need to get to here, right? So let me go to my Twitter real quick. So let me start with, I'll start up. So Elon did say this. So first thing that really caught my attention is that Elon personally holds Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. His biggest stash is, you guessed it, Bitcoin. Probably because the price, that's probably what he's looking at, right? Clearly the guy's worth $155 billion. He probably owns quite a bit. But he did say, again, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Doge. SpaceX and Tesla both have Bitcoin on the balance sheet. That's big. We did not know SpaceX had that. So that is different, all right? He also said Tesla will most likely start accepting Bitcoin probably very soon again as a payment. So that was good to know. And this is why. As long as Bitcoin remains in moving towards renewables, Tesla is going to back Bitcoin, and so will he, right? Because he is Tesla. In fact, he talked a long time about how Tesla has been 2/3 of his life, and his professional and his personal life. So that was neat. He said, he also had a funny quote too. He said, "I might pump, but I don't dump." So he's never dumped Bitcoin. Even Tesla's hadn't dumped. I did feel like Cathie Wood and Jack Dorsey, he's Twitter Square, and Cathie Wood's gonna be one of the goats when she's all said and done. She runs the ARK investment funds. If you didn't know, I felt like they were tiptoeing around Elon. Like, why didn't they ask him, Elon, why do you keep poking the bear? If you know all this stuff, stop poking the bear. And if you're gonna lead people to crypto, Doge is probably not the first crypto that I would get people into. You know, one is because, I don't know, 1 million coins are minted every 5 or 10 minutes, whatever it is. It's just an absurd amount, right? I mean, it's got great liquidity, don't get me wrong, but to overcome 1 million coins every 5 minutes that are minted, that's nuts. So again, they didn't talk about that. And I wish they would have, right? Doge, I'm a fan of Doge. I made money off Doge when it pumped. Great, awesome, good for me. I held that asymmetrical bet of like $150 for 4 years. Like 2016, I bought that crap. It was just a throwaway bet. Lucky me. That's it. It was lucky me. That's it. Also, Elon, not a big fan of corporations. Also, not a big fan of the government. If you don't like corporations, you're really going to hate the governments because they're just like the biggest corporation. That's a quote from Elon. So I think the Bitcoin community is back in good graces with him, especially after today. He was very, he did say that his Asperger's, if I'm saying that right, does get the best of him sometimes. And I get that, right? I stutter. We all have our, issues and vices, whatever they may be, right? But the point here is that I think that he's come to the understanding that Bitcoin is trying to be renewable. It's trying to get there. It's trying to be green as it possibly can. And that's the goal of Tesla, right? And he just wants the goals aligned. I get that. So that was cool. Jack Dorsey thinks that Bitcoin can bring world peace. I'm not sure if it can do that. I hope we can, because we need it. Oh yeah. So Elon did say that, yeah, when he's talking about governments, he also said you're really going to hate them because, they can make war too. All right. So what did that do to the prices? So Ethereum price goes up once people found out that, Elon personally owns Ethereum. Good for him. So he's a fan. He's a fan of DeFi as well, as we all are, and as we all should be, as the banks are starting to get too big. I'm looking at you, Blackstone. Next up, Tesla will likely start accepting Bitcoin again. I already went over that. And then let's look what the crypto markets did today. In fact, Bitcoin did cross 32 briefly, and now it's back down to 31.7. Ethereum, I don't know if it got to 2,000. It probably did after the pump, but you can tell that the market looks to be up pretty good, 5% plus. So good stuff there. So hope you enjoyed today. I'm sure that my guys join us on stocktrade.tips. I'm sure my guys will have a lot of questions tonight about what I said here and the flow. Again, guys, when I'm talking about the whale option flow, I'm watching videos, and we're going to get it, and we're going to do it right. And if you want to know more about it, get in the stocktrade.tips Telegram group. It's free. I just accept tips. That's it, guys. Watch your six. Go hard in the paint. We'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.